The moment I was arrested, I was terrified. So I really didn't think that I was going to see the sunset that night. I just thought this is the end for me.
Yvonne Ridley is a British journalist. She was captured by the Taliban in 2001 and was held for 11 days. She entered Afghanistan from the borders of Pakistan illegally and spent 2 days undercover. It was on her return, travelling with her guides, that she was uncovered when the donkey she was on bolted and her camera was seen by a Taliban soldier. She was accused of being a spy, which carried a death sentence, and at the very least faced jail for illegally entering Afghanistan. She said in her book, In the Hands of the Taliban, that while she was in captivity, she was treated with respect by the men of the Taliban and was subsequently amazed by their courtesy. All men that she came in contact with lowered their gazes to her, which left her bewildered.
The moment I was arrested, I was terrified because I had fallen for all of the Western propaganda that these were brutal, evil men who hated women. So I really didn't think that I was going to see the sunset that night. I just thought this is the end for me. When they were talking to me, they kept looking away. They looked at the ceiling, they looked at the floor, they looked out of the window, they looked anywhere but at me. And I just thought, they can't look me in the eye because they know that they're going to kill me and they're feeling too guilty. When of course I learned later that they were showing me respect by not staring at me. So it was a real clash of cultures. They kept responding to me when I was rude, aggressive. I threw things at them, I spat at them. They kept saying, why are you behaving like this? You were our guest, we want you to be happy. And I'm thinking, why are they acting like this? They're supposed to be evil and brutal. This is obviously a game that they're playing, you know, like a cat and a mouse. They're going to let me think that they're really nice, and then at the last minute the claws will come out. But in truth, they never laid a finger on me. They never touched me. They didn't respond in an aggressive manner.
She had initially thought they had already decided to have her executed and therefore could not look her in the eyes. Only later did she discover they were showing her a sign of respect. While in captivity, she gave the undertaking to read the Quran and study Islam if they let her go, fulfilling the promise and setting out on what she described as an academic exercise. She said she was shocked to discover the Quran makes it clear that women are equal in spirituality, worth, and education. What everyone forgets is that Islam is perfect, people are not. She reverted to Islam in the middle of 2003, claiming that her new faith has helped put behind her broken marriages and embrace the biggest and the best family in the world. Allahu Akbar. She was released on humanitarian grounds even after the war started.
And after 11 days, I was released on humanitarian grounds even after the war had started. And the journalists were shouting, how did the Taliban treat you? And I'm walking towards my colleagues from the Pakistan media, and I thought, you know, these guys treated me with courtesy and respect. And then I thought, gosh, how did I treat them? And I thought, I nearly stopped and I nearly turned around to go back to say, look, I'm really sorry, I was so rude. But I thought, if I stop and turn around, they'll say, oh my goodness, she's coming back, and then they would shoot me. So I went and I told the Pakistan media I was treated with courtesy and respect, which was true. But I will if you release me, I will read your holy book and I will study Islam. When I got back to London, it would have been easy for me to think, well, I'm not keeping my promise. But I also thought, as a journalist, it was quite clear that I knew nothing about Islam. And if I was to write with any authority about people from Asia, from the Arab world, from the Muslim world, if I was to write with any authority, I needed to know about Islam. Because the one thing that I came to understand very quickly through the Taliban was that Islam is not just something you pick up and put down on Friday prayers. It is a way of life. It is the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you think, the way you pray, the way you dress, the way everything. It's a whole life support system. And so as a duty to myself as a journalist to be informed, as well as giving a promise to the Taliban, I started reading Islam. I also started to read about this man, Muhammad, the founder of Islam. And I was amazed by what I read, and back in 2001, I had never heard of him. And of course now, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a role model as contemporary. He's a man of the 21st century, as he was back in the 7th century, an incredible person. At the end of 2 years, I ended up embracing Islam, and it wasn't a great leap of faith. I'm still praying to the same God. I just do it in a more disciplined way.
Unfortunately, the free press doesn't exist, and it's used for a propaganda. Propaganda is a very powerful tool. The whole world can argue and frame opinions on the news without checking their sources and verifying if it's right. Look around you, switch on the TV, open social media platforms, it's not all true. It reminds me of Umar bin Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, saying, "You don't really know a person until you live with him, travel with him, or do business with him." May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us deep understanding. Ameen. That's it for today, guys. I hope you like the video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, share this video with your friends and family. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.